you've just finished this one up. Have you ever modded a knife before?
Mods? I mean, I modded my own knives, but not anything for...
Because a lot of makers start off modding. I know, like, Tough Knives started that way, Gavco started that way, but you didn't start off that way. You just straight up went into knife making.
Pretty much.
Right?
I mean, I made fixed blades, but I didn't do mods for folders. Before I started, like, somewhat collecting some knives here and there, you know, I'd buy productions and then, you know, I'd get bored of them, so I'd mod them. But that wasn't right. That was for myself, and that wasn't until, you know, 2 years into knife making, full time, I should say, full time knife making.
So this is technically then the first knife you ever modded, then, right?
Yeah, technically.
For someone else.
For someone else,
yeah,
yes. Yeah. I mean, I've had people contact me, like, you know, a few months ago even, ask me if I can mod a knife for them. And I'm like, no, that's just not something I do.
A lot of people I notice, like Gavco and Tough Knives, and people who start off modding, I notice they like try to get the hell away from that as soon as possible.
Yeah.
And why is that, you think?
I honestly, I mean, you even saw when we did this, like, I'm not familiar with ballet songs in, you know, so this was like foreign for me to even take apart first off, and then you saw how we had, you know, I mean, that was more mechanical than anything. And then to do that regrind, I would honestly say that it's easier to just build a knife from scratch.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah.
Like, it's so much work to mod it. It's only a little bit more just to make one.
Yeah.
Because I saw like what you did with the regrind, and honestly, it was like the same amount of time you would spend on your own blade.
Yeah, almost. I mean, you know, there was some material already taken away there, but finishing it, you know, you still take the same amount of time finishing it. It was, the bevel was there, so, you know, to get the roughed in main bevel wasn't too long, but then to finish it, it's, you know, the same thing as any other knife, you know.
So when you're regrinding a blade with the tang pins, how much harder is it?
I'm gonna have to make notches in here for those tang pins. That should be okay.
This is a challenging blade to grind because you don't have a lot of...
So it's gonna end up, my grind, if it goes well, my grind's gonna go here, and it's gonna go straight across. I could redo this wedge, no problem. That'll do freehand, but I don't want to mess this main bevel. But yeah, my concern is being able to get that height, which I'm pretty sure I can do.
Yeah, it's still a lot of manual labor.
Right.
And you still have to exercise the same amount of caution to make sure it comes out right.
And even more, you know.
Even more, yeah, exactly, because it's already like a finished product, so you can't really, there's not a lot of margin for error to like mod it in case something goes wrong.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like you said,
yeah.
When I'm showing you put the screws in, it looks like when I edit the video, it'll look like it just went in, but I honestly think that took longer than the grind.
Yeah.
I think that was the hardest part.
Yeah.
So I can see that, and I can also see like if you screw it up, you basically ruin someone's like knife that was not broke to begin with.
And you got to pay for it.
And then you got to pay for it. Yeah.
If I was to slip doing a grind on one of my regular knives, you know, I can maybe change the angle a little bit, like this, that grind line was already there. I had to follow it. So I know how grind, you know, how my grinder works and how to grind. So right. I was familiar, and I was able to get everything to work in one shot, and thankfully I didn't fuck it up. So
yeah, and that was a tough one too, because it was a Bowie, so there wasn't a whole lot of like surface to work with to begin with. So I always wondered, how do you not get nervous? Like one false move and, you know what I'm saying? How do you deal with...
Well, so that's partially why, that's a reason why I use a jig for grinding. You know, for that exact reason. You know, because I can guarantee consistency with this jig. You know. So that should be a good angle to start at least.
Yeah, it came out good, so awesome.
in my opinion.
We're gonna get some lunch now, so thanks for watching, guys.